So, my family thinks I have a problem. They say I buy too many Blokees Transformers figures. They say they're spreading all over the house. I mean, yeah, there's a couple on the shelves. There's some on the stairs. Maybe a few got into the fridge. There's only a couple in the bathroom. And I don't even know how those ones got into the silverware drawer. But they just don't understand that when a collection grows, it naturally spreads out all over the house. Anyway, lately I've agreed to be a little bit more accommodating. No more Transformers Blokees for a little while. That's why today I'll be looking at a Blokees Sesame Street Oscar the Grouch buildable figure instead. My kids think this is an appropriate figure for me to build, but I don't really see the connection. So let's just take a look at this figure, shall we? This is actually from the second series of Sesame Street figures, which includes Bert, Ernie, Count Von Count, and of course Oscar. I never knew his full name was Count Von Count. They always just referred to him as the Count on the show. Now, the first series of Sesame Street figures included Big Bird, Cookie Monster, Elmo, and Abby. Abby's a little bit after my time, so I'm not familiar with it, but the other three I definitely know. We can see that these figures, when built, will actually be able to be manipulated by a white lever. So apparently we can bring a realistic and interactive experience to the stage performance. We'll have to see how that works when I build it. So let's open this up and see just how difficult this thing is to build. I bet you opening the box will be more difficult, as is true for most of these Blokees figures. Oh, I was hoping we'd get the trash can. I mean, what's Oscar without his trash can? Okay, what else? That's it for the box? Okay. So, as usual, we get a little collectible pog. Here's an instruction. Actually, what is this? This is huge. So, fun to play. It's just another reiteration of what it says in the box. What about on the back of this thing? Oh, here's our instructions. Okay. Well, that's not creepy. Okay, let's open it up and check out all the pieces. There's our garbage can lid. Okay. Oh, that is a little scary, but let's get the eyes on that thing a while. I can't. Okay, there we go. Now, what is going on here? There's got to be a top to his head, I guess. All right. Oh, wow. These have, just like Transformers, they have this thing. This sort of interior body to it. All right. Is there a front or back to this? I guess there is a little notch on this one, which I'm sure is indicative of something. Seems like in the instructions, that's the front. Okay. So let's see. We put this on. There's our little maneuvering stick. You know, I don't know. Have we ever actually seen Oscar's lower body in the show? I don't remember ever seeing it. All right, so here is this part. Let's see, the feet. Oh, wow. This is very similar to the Transformers. So this is the bottom of a leg. Snap it into place. And we should have another one just like that, probably right here. Okay, so then this should just snap right into this. This goes onto the body. Now the arms. The arms seem to be a little bit more complicated than the rest of it. We have this joint here, which is pretty tight at the moment. Into that. There we go. Whoops. And now the hands. And where's the shoulder? I guess these also act as the shoulder? Yeah, I guess so. Let me just snap this on. Okay. Half done. What is this? Oh, I think I know this. That's his, oh, I don't remember his name. But that's certainly in the show. If anyone remembers his name, let me know, please. Okay. And where's the other piece? There we go. Okay. Of course, his arm is bent a little weird at the moment, but we can easily fix that. Oh, here it is. It says right in the instructions. His name is Slimy. Okay, so now this stick. There we go. Does that? It goes in the back of his head? That's weird. Okay. Well. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. It is sort of easily manipulable. Okay, let's keep going here. We still have the trash can to build, which should be pretty simple. This trash can has seen better days, but that's pretty typical of Oscar's house, I think. Okay, so he just goes in there, I would imagine. Although that stick really... I guess the stick really doesn't... The stick works a little bit better when he's not in the trash can, but that's really not the way we ever see Oscar. Okay, how about the worm? Maybe we can put the worm in his hand? Wow, this is a little bit finicky here. I wish that there was some way to actually fasten him into the trash can. I think it works better without this lever, honestly, if you just want him as a display piece. I doubt that there's any way to fold him up and be able to close the trash can around him, but maybe I'm just being nitpicky here. We have a few extra pieces. I don't think I forgot anything. So usually we only get one extra piece of these, but this time we got two. I guess that what they show here is the stick being in the upward direction. So let's try that again. You sort of have to hold him in there. The effect is sort of lessened by the fact that I have to hold the stick up like this. There's not really a way to do it from down below, not very easily. So there you have Oscar the Grouch. Now, this one is pretty finicky. I mean, he does not stay in this trash can very well. I would have loved if there had been some sort of pegs for him to stand in there to keep him a little bit more stable. But I think that this should be the only one that has this kind of problem, because all the rest of them don't really sit inside any kind of structure, let alone a trash can. I'll be interested to see what they come up with for the subsequent series of these, especially if they ever come out with a Snuffleupagus. I'll be all over that. See, there's no resemblance at all. I don't know what my kids are talking about. Anyway, if you like this video, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these Sesame Street figures. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.